3 out of 4 Americans live paycheck to paycheck. And the craziest part? It's not just about not earning enough money. A lot of people stay broke because of small, invisible habits they don't even realize they have. I used to believe that making more money would fix everything. After years of frustration living paycheck to paycheck, I realized it's not how much you earn, it's what you do with what you earn that matters. More income doesn't automatically mean more wealth if your habits don't change. Today, I'm breaking down 7 bad money habits that might be silently draining your bank account, and most importantly, how to fix them before they cost you even more. Paying yourself last. This one hit me hard when I first started working. I'd get my paycheck, I'd pay the rent, the bills, grab some food, maybe buy something small for myself, and by the end of the month, there was nothing left. Sound familiar? It wasn't until I read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki that it clicked. In the book, he says the rich always pay themselves first. They make saving and investing a non-negotiable, not an afterthought. Have you ever finished a month and thought, where did all my money go? I know I have. Here's the fix. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer to your savings or investment account the moment you get paid, even if it's just $50. Whatever's left after that, you know you can use freely, whether that's going out with friends, buying clothes, investing in experiences, or simply enjoying life without guilt. Financial freedom doesn't mean deprivation, it means prioritizing your future first. What could your savings look like if you started paying yourself first, starting today? Let's move on to our second habit, getting comfortable with bad debt. For a while, I thought carrying debt was just a part of life. Credit cards, car loans, store cards, everybody had them, right? Making minimum payments felt normal. Everyone around me seemed to be doing the same thing. But over time, I realized something ugly. Debt wasn't normal, it was keeping me broke. Every interest payment was money I could have been saving, investing, or using for actual freedom. For instance, if you have $5,000 in credit card debt at 20% interest and only make minimum payments, you could end up paying nearly $12,000 over 15 years, more than double the original amount. Are you carrying debt you've just quietly accepted as normal? Here's the fix. List out your debts, prioritize the highest interest ones first, and attack them aggressively. Every dollar you pay off is a dollar you keep for yourself. There are 2 effective strategies to do this. The snowball method, where you pay off your smallest debts first to build momentum, or the avalanche method, where you pay off debts with the highest interest rates first to save the most money over time. Both work. The key is consistency. How much could you grow your wealth if you finally broke free from your debt? Let's move on to our third habit, not knowing your income and expenses. After I got my first big raise, you'd think I'd feel rich, right? But somehow, I had even less money left at the end of each month. It didn't make sense until I realized I wasn't tracking anything. When you don't measure your money, lifestyle inflation sneaks up on you. Lifestyle inflation means that as your income increases, your spending increases, often without you noticing. Maybe you start eating out more, buying nicer clothes, or upgrading your phone sooner than you really need to. Little by little, these expenses creep into your life until your extra money is completely absorbed. The fix? Track every single dollar you spend for 30 days. Every coffee, every snack, every app subscription. Awareness alone can change everything. You might think it's tedious, but just like tracking calories when trying to lose weight, tracking your money forces you to face your real habits, not the ones you imagine you have. How much more could you save if you knew exactly where every dollar was going? Let's move on to our fourth habit, having expensive hobbies. Social media's highlight reels make it look like everyone is living their best life. New cars, exotic vacations, fancy dinners, and it makes you feel like you're falling behind. That's how I justified expensive hobbies. New tech, designer clothes, vacations I couldn't truly afford. It felt normal because everyone else was doing it. But most of what we see online isn't reality. It's a curated version designed to look perfect. Have you ever bought something because you saw someone else post it and regretted it later? Maybe it was an expensive outfit you wore just once or a tech gadget that's now gathering dust. It's easy to fall into that trap without even realizing it. It's important to remember, social media only shows you what people want you to see. You rarely see the credit card bills, the stress, or the sacrifices behind those flashy posts. Comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel is a losing game. Here's the fix. Budget intentionally for your hobbies. Enjoy your passions, but don't let Instagram pressure you into living someone else's life. Ask yourself, would I still want this if no one else saw it? If you stop comparing, how much money and peace could you save? Let's move on to our fifth habit, focusing only on saving, not earning. For a long time, I thought wealth meant extreme frugality, canceling Netflix, cutting out lattes, living minimal, but you can't cut your way to wealth. There's a ceiling on how much you can save, but there's no ceiling on how much you can earn. What's one skill you could start learning today that would make you more valuable a year from now? Invest in yourself. Take a course, build a side hustle, or negotiate a raise. For example, if you're good at writing, photography, or graphic design, you can sell your services on online platforms like Upwork or start your own freelance business. You could also tutor, edit videos, or manage social media accounts for small businesses. That extra income, combined with what you're already saving, can significantly accelerate your path to financial independence. Every extra $100, $500, or $1,000 you earn and invest puts you closer to buying your freedom. How would your life change if you focused on doubling your income instead of shrinking your dreams? Let's move on to our sixth habit, waiting too long to invest. Many people think investing is for later when they have extra money, but waiting is the biggest mistake you can make. It's time that grows your money, not timing. For example, by investing just $100 a month starting at age 25 with a 7% return, you'd have about $180,000 by age 60. But to reach around the same amount starting at age 40, you'd have to invest around $346 per month at the same 7% return. That's more than 3 times the monthly effort for waiting just 15 years. Small early actions beat big late ones every time. Imagine being 65, looking back and realizing all you needed was to start sooner. Time is your most powerful weapon, but only if you use it. Even if you start small today, you give yourself a massive head start. Your future self will be forever grateful for. What would your future look like if you started investing consistently today? Let's move on to our seventh habit, paying too much in taxes. Most people just accept their tax bill, but the wealthy minimize taxes legally by understanding deductions, credits, and smarter investing. Taxes can be your single biggest lifetime expense, bigger than your house, car, and food combined. Are you letting the government take more money than necessary just because you didn't know your options? Here's a concrete example. Contributing to a retirement account like a traditional IRA or a 401k can reduce your taxable income, potentially saving you thousands each year. Another smart move? If you're running a side hustle or freelance business, you might qualify for additional deductions like home office expenses, business equipment, or even part of your internet bill. Learning how to structure your side income can make a massive difference at tax time. The more you understand the tax code, the more you can play within the rules to keep more of what you earn. How much could you keep and invest if you mastered your tax strategy? Which of these habits hit you hardest? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you're serious about growing your money, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow.